What's up, guys? This is Czar here. I'm bringing you guys my draft analysis for the UAPB. This is a league I joined after the draft was already over. I was a replacement coach for one of the coaches that dropped, and I decided to pick up this team, or they gave me this team, and I picked up a few different mons. I did 6 transactions in total, and I'm just going to be talking about the mons that I decided to pick up and I received. So first off, you can see clearly my entire team along the top, but I'm going to talk a little bit about each one, and then we'll get into the meat of it. So Tornadus here is a really great mon. It's a really great tier 1. Honestly, it's one of my favorite tier 1s. This is the second time using Tornadus, and I don't think it will I don't think I'll have any problems with it either. This is honestly one of my favorite mons. A regenerator mon is amazing, and I love Tornadus for that. Tornadus is a great bulky mon with like an assault vest set. It's a great life orb user. This is one of the mons I will actually run life orb on. I'm very picky whenever it comes to life orb because it reduces the amount of turns that you can have, and I just don't like it too well. But this is one of the mons that I would put it on, because you can go in, you do some life orb hits, switch out, and then you're back at full HP, or you're back at the HP that you were at after using the life orb damage. Also, you can take quite a few hits because of that, and it's just a great overall mon. It has amazing speed tier at 121, and just a phenomenal mon. Great coverage moves. I love this mon. The next mon is Mimikyu. Honestly, I love Mimikyu since I used it in the IBL. Made me actually really appreciate Mimikyu a lot more. Mimikyu is down to a one move syndrome problem, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal because what it can hit, it hits hard, and I have the tools around it to be able to hit the mons that it can't hit as well. Stuff like Drain Punch is very, very useful. SD, of course, and then the Disguise is very, very useful for this mon. Honestly, I love Mimikyu a lot. Great Pikachu clone. This is my favorite Pikachu clone, honestly. And I know it's not really a Pikachu clone, but it is basically a Pikachu clone. Anyways, my next mon is Kingdra. And you can kind of see where I'm starting to go here. If you've looked down across the line at all, you've already seen Politoed and you already seen Ludicolo. But here is my first Swift Swim user. And it pairs pretty well with Tornadus because rain helps Tornadus not miss hurricanes, which is very nice. But since I'm apparently super lucky, I won't need it anyways. But Kingdra is a very nice special attacker. It's a very, very good specs user. That's very nice. There's always stuff like Life Orb that could be neat with it. There's Expert Belt, stuff like that. Yeah, it could be very, very nice with it. And sadly, I didn't get to put Z moves on it because I decided to put Z moves on another mon, and I only get one Z user per team, which is not my favorite rule, but I'll live with it. But it gets the nice coverage moves like Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, Draco. It gets Clear Smog even to like deal some damage to fairies, or just try and remove some type of setup. Sorry, I'm blinking here. With that, it also gets physical coverage like Outrage, Iron Head, DD, of course. It gets Dragon Dance, which honestly could be used. It's just not necessary because I do have Swift Swim. I could do like a DD Sniper type of set, like a DD Sniper. I forgot the item name, but you know, maybe like a Critra type of set that could be kind of fun. But I don't know. I just have to see it. I just really wanted to use Kingdra, and this was a perfect opportunity to use it. My next one is Cresselia, the fat psychic type I've been wanting to use. I haven't been able to use Cresselia in any league so far, and I've honestly been wanting to for a while. I just got to use Reuniclus for another league, and now I'm finally been able to use Cresselia, which is very, very nice. I love the versatility, the fat of Cresselia. Cresselia is just fat. It lives. The only thing that really stops it is a very, very strong dark type, and that's pretty much it. And that or toxic. Toxic is another stop to Cresselia. That's pretty much all I have to talk about Cresselia. It's just an amazing Pokemon with tons of HP, tons of defense, tons of special defense, and honestly a pretty decent speed stat for how much bulk it has. For my next Mon, it is my favorite Mon, Arcanine. Arcanine is my boy. I love this thing so much, and it gets not a unique move, but the only move that will allow you to remove your typing. I think this is the only move that allow you to remove your typing, but there's a few other mons that get it, but they are either dual typing or they're not bulky enough to actually use burn up effectively. So Arcanine is a very great bulky mon. It's a great offensive mon. It can do pretty much anything you want. I have seen a Arcanine with Sunny Day and Solar Beam sweep a team, and yes, that was versus me. It's on the channel. You can find it. After that, it's just an amazing mon. I love this mon so much. It gets Morning Sun, Overheat if need be, Toxic, of course, Willow, which is very nice. It gets so many different coverage moves, and I love this mon to death. This is my favorite mon, honestly, and the shiny is great. And here's my reign setter of the team, Politoed. I decided to go Politoed over Pelipper because one, Pelipper was too expensive for my blood, and I just didn't have enough points to get Pelipper either. And I honestly like Politoed more than why am I blanking than Pelipper. I like Politoed better than Pelipper. There we go. I got it. And it gets pretty much every water Pokemon gets. It gets Earthquake, which is surprising. It gets Focus Blast. It gets Haze, which is very nice. Stuff like Hydro Pump and Power Up Punch is nice as well. It gets Seismic Toss, which gives it a guaranteed 100 damage on something. If I'm needing to weaken something like that, I can also get Toxics off. It gets the sub. It gets Belly Drum, which could be neat. I might do 1 week with a Belly Drum Politoed, which could be very, very interesting. But it's a basic water type for the most part. It doesn't get anything super crazy except for a bad physical attack, but it has so many physical options which are kind of funny. Maybe I can do like a Belly Drum set with enough speed to outspeed some things. Does it get Aqua Jet actually? It does not. So does it get quick attack? No. So it doesn't get any type of priority, sadly, with Belly Drum, but that should be okay. Maybe I could do like a Belly Drum rest set. That could be interesting. And then like have a Chesto Berry for my item. Who knows? I will definitely find a way to use Belly Drum Politoed at some point in this league. But I think this is my reign setter, and that's pretty much what it'll stick to be, except for that one game whenever I make it a Belly Drum user. I think that'll be fun, and it still might be a rain user that game. It could be a Drizzle set with Belly Drum just to have Drizzle for the rest of the team, and if that doesn't work, if the Belly Drum aspect doesn't work out, then I can always just fall back on that. But my next mon is Heliolisk. It is a tier 3. I did have Raikou at first, but I wanted to get another tier 2, so I decided to drop Raikou for Heliolisk. I think this will actually work out okay. My speed tiers are meh for the most part. Like, people can definitely run Adamant on me, which is kind of a problem. Like, there's a huge gap between Torn. Actually, no, not really. The only one that could do it if it has a base... No, actually, no. My speed tiers are barely perfect. Barely perfect. And then I have a base 100 Linoon. So actually, yeah, all my bigger speed tiers are decent. It's just after Tornadus, there's a huge gap. Like, Coco, I think, can run Scarf. No, it can run modest, I believe. Anything at after base 131 can run adamant on me. Like wait, right? No, it had to be 136, so even Mega Lop can't do it. So actually, my speed tiers aren't terrible. I don't know what I'm saying, but and then I have a lot of speed whenever it comes to Kingdra and my next mon, Ludicolo. But honestly, I really wanted to use Heliolisk. It's something I haven't been able to use yet. A normal electric could be kind of neat. I know I am doubling up on normal types, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem because fighting types will not be a problem with Cresselia. Just they're not going to be a problem with Cresselia. I really do like Heliolisk, and I think he'll work very well for my team. It gets some actually fairly unusual moves from what I can tell. It gets Grass Knot, which is very nice. It can deal with the ground types that are trying to threaten it out. It gets Dragon Pulse, which I thought was very unusual. I haven't really seen too much of Heliolisk, and hopefully I'm able to use it very effectively. And with Dry Skin, hopefully I can do well. And that's just depending on different things, right? If I don't know what I'm saying, but Helios is going to be a great addition to this team. Hopefully, I can use it to work well with the rain that I have, and hopefully I don't have to rely too much on rain and just be able to use these mons interchangeably a little bit more. Maybe not bring rain every week, but my team's kind of set up to do that. So we'll just have to wait and see how my weeks go on. My next one is Ludicolo, and this is my Z user as well. So I did decide to opt for Z Ludicolo because I thought Kingdra is most likely going to be Specs, Life Orb, or something along those lines. Something that allows you to hit very, very hard and for multiple turns, because Ludicolo can kind of already do that to an extent. And I think the Z ring will be very nice on it. I can also do stuff like Life Orb on it because it does get stuff like Giga Drain and Synthesis if I want to do something like that. It gets Rain Dish and Swift Swim, so if I want a more bulky Ludicolo, I can always do that with a Rain Dish and then just have it heal up during the rain turns, which is very nice. And Ludicolo doesn't get too many coverage moves, but it gets enough. Gets the coverage moves that it needs to be able to deal with most teams, which is very nice. And it has a nice HP and special. It has a nice defense stats, basically defense and special defense, along with a pretty decent HP at 80. I can't wait to use it. I haven't used it at all actually, and this is my second ranked team. My other one had Kabutops instead of Ludicolo. So I'm deciding to pick up Ludicolo here, seeing how it works out, and I can't wait to use it. I just can't wait to use it. My next mon is Hariyama. This is another low tier threat that I haven't actually been able to use too much, but it has great abilities with Guts, Sheer Force, and Thick Fat. Honestly, every single one is a great move. But out of the two, I think Guts and Thick Fat are probably the ones that will be used more often than Sheer Force, because he doesn't get too many things that work off of Sheer Force too well, like Earthquake doesn't. I might just be bullshitting. I really don't know, but honestly, I can't wait to use it. It's a very, very bulky mon at 144 HP and 120 attack as well, which is very, very nice. My team is kind of lackluster in the stats. They're very, very mid bulky, right? Like Tornadus barely hits over 100 for both of its stats. Mimikyu doesn't hit over 100 for anything except special defense, which is kind of scary, but that's why you have SD to double its attack. My Kingdra, of course, hits 95 in everything, so it is a mid-level mon, which is fine. Same thing with Crest, but it's defensive, which is actually very, very nice. You know, all of its defenses are the best part of Cresselia. So attacks won't be doing too much, but you're not going to be doing too much to Cresselia. My Arcanine, of course, only hits 110 and 100. Politoed, same thing. Best stat is 100, and it's not even his attacks. It's a special defense stat, which special attack and attack only do 75 to 90 with their respective ones. Heliolisk is 109, a little bit better, still meh. Same thing with Ludicolo. It's 90 and 70, so not the best, but it's all right. Hariyama is finally something at 120 with a decent attack stat. My next, and I don't know, I just really like Hariyama. My next mon is Linoon, and it goes along the same lines, but I do have Belly Drum, so maybe like a Gluttony, Iapapa Berry, or something like that. Like Gluttony, Iapapa with Belly Drum, where I can just bring myself back up to full. I do believe it does work like that. If it doesn't, then I will have to figure something out. I could always do like a quick feet Belly Drum with you know, like flame, not flame orb, because that would be irrelevant. Like a paralyze, no, like a toxic orb or something like that. That could be neat, right? Like a toxic orb with Gluttony, quick feet, and then I just predict something and then get a free Belly Drum off, and that could be very interesting. But Linoon is Linoon. It's a Belly Drum user, and that's pretty much all it does. It does well of that with that one thing, but it only does that one thing. So I do have two mons that are very, very single-minded whenever it comes to building and prepping, building with it. So Linoon is very one-sided. Same thing with Mimikyu is very one-sided. But the rest of my team is fairly wide open. Ludicolo can be multiple different things. Same thing with Hariyama. Politoed for me will be pretty much one thing, so you can add that to the list of 3. Actually 4 with Crest, so 4 mons. But the rest of them are fairly able to be used however I see fit. Like a Kingdra can be used in multiple different ways. Torn can be Arcanine, Politoed, Ludicolo, Heliolisk probably to an extent. I don't really know too much about that mon. Hopefully I can use it a lot better. And to my final mon, my Mega Scizor. I think Mega Scizor is probably one of the better Megas for rain teams, because it just blocks part of the damage, and it has a spectacular HP or attack stat at 150. Honestly, I can't wait to use this more. I've used it in my league, not to a great success, but I do want to get better with it, and hopefully I can figure out how to use it better, because the moveset seems kinda small, and I just don't know what to do with it, right? Because maybe I just need to just do Bullet Punch, Bug Bite, U-Turn, SD, maybe? I don't know. And then just go with that, right? And then SD, you know, and then like, and then Roost, and then call it a day. That's not Roost. but you know, just call it a day, and then that's a set. I really don't know with this mon. I have to figure out what I want to do with it and just work with that. Anyways, I have talked your guys' ear off long enough, and this is my UPA Season 3 team. Hope you guys did enjoy the team builder, and hopefully I didn't, I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, whenever whatever that is. Anyways, see you guys.